sleep late, lose weight. Now, this day when we get in workforce, we got 14 new cruisers that's waiting on us. Now, everybody kind of excited when the day first started, but once we get to working on them cruisers, everybody starts sweating, coming out of their shirts, and start to get pissed off. Because everything ain't fitting together properly. Tools coming up missing. Parts ain't ordered right. It's real frustrating and aggravating this day. So while we working, we hear some shit break out next door in detail. So we run over there. When we get over there, we see these two dudes got Jukeco pent in the middle of them. You know, and they just talking to him. You remember Quante? Yeah, what you did, our nigga Quante? Jukeco already had his setup. So when he seen us, he just went on ahead and stole on one of the niggas. Boom! So when he stuck one of the niggas, he stumbled back and both of them charged Jukeco. Boom, boom. We hadn't came in from behind. But what we didn't pay attention to, they had another dog in detail too. This nigga had them picked up a big long pipe that goes into one of them 20 to 40 ton jacks and hit Doc. Bow! By the grace of God, he missed Doc's head about that much and cracked Doc right across his back. So Doc turned around. Now you can see that Doc hurting in pain. Before he could rail that bitch back to swing and hit Doc again, Doc had to rush him. Bow! Dude had to drop the jack pole. Doc picked that bitch up and Doc went to work on him with that bitch. Now y'all gotta remember, cause Doc in that zone, Doc just lost his mama. Doc ain't really giving a fuck. So we done stopped fighting. His boys and my boys, they like, man, stop him, he gonna kill him, man. He gonna kill him. So me and Jukeco run up and grab Doc, and Doc stayed trying to get it loose because Doc want to finish this nigga. But we know we got to catch this boy because this boy ain't right in his head, and we don't need them guards coming up in this bitch in the work day. So that shit kind of calmed down, and we all go back to work, and Jukeco is mostly sticking to us because he don't know what them niggas might be thinking. But for the most part, the day go rather smoothly throughout the rest of the day. Wrap it up! So we catch that ride with the CO back to the tier, and we get in the tier, and they lock us in. As soon as we get back in, everybody come running up to us, and I kid you not, everybody say, man, you know them dudes, psychic dudes say they was gonna get out? Man, them niggas gone, man. Them niggas gone home. Now, my mind can't even process this shit, so I'm like, he must have heard something or knew some shit. Somebody must have told him them dudes was about to get ready to get out. Because my mind just won't let me believe that this dude is a real psychic. So I'm just kind of, for the rest of the day, just kind of staring at this dude just to see if he knows somebody in the prison system or something. Because I can't believe it. So me and my dudes go gather up all our shit and we go hit the shower like usual to go ahead and hop in and hop out. And I'm all in the shower just thinking about this shit. Man, is this dude really psychic? Man, nah, man, this nigga gotta know somebody in the system. So we get out the shower, and they holler about go get the chessboard, and I'm like, nah, man, I don't feel like playing no chess today, you know what I'm saying? Thinking about this dude and how he predicted them dudes was about to get out. So while I'm in deep thought, it got this dude named Mexico in this bitch, and he over there by himself chilling, and you see Beast go over there, and now all you hear is him say, the fuck you doing, man? So the argument breaks out, and you find out that Beast tried to stick his finger inside this man's pants and go in this man's asshole. What the fuck you think it is, nigga? So Lil Mexico ain't backing down how Beast thought he would. I wish I could tell y'all that Lil Mexico fought the good fight, but he didn't. Beast knocked his ass the fuck out, one hitter quitter. Now, he got a group of homies. That was enough for y'all to take this man. But them niggas ain't move a motherfucking muscle. They just watch Beast stomp they homeboy and walk the fuck off. Now, I be hearing a lot of people talking about, man, we done got on that nigga and got that nigga up out of there. Boy, it's a whole nother thing when you behind them walls, especially when you ain't got no guards or nobody to save your ass. You better do an empty strike. You better strike at your best moments. And you better choose them wisely. Which brings me to later on that night. It got two homeboys named Jake and Stump. Jake and Stump been going around the prison all on the yard telling people if Beast ever come up to them, what they gonna do and how they gonna do Beast and all this shit like that. So they get their chance to prove all that shit they been talking. Now, Beast done caught wind on all that shit them niggas been popping off, so he sees them and he rolls right on over to where the fuck they standing at. But see, the dude, he's so clever, he don't go up to him and strictly ask them about what he heard. He goes up to him playing on their intelligence. What's up with y'all niggas, man? Yeah, where y'all niggas from, bro? And they get to go in with that alright ass shit, telling Beast where they from and just lollygagging and talking and shit. Boom, boom. When I tell you Beast knocked both of them niggas out cold, I put this on my soul. He knocked both of them niggas out flatline and just walked away like ain't shit happened. But you can hear him saying, bitch ass nigga talking about how they gonna do me. So that shit happened, everything calmed down, everybody go back to doing what they doing. Now Beast sitting on the front bench at this time. He just chilling by himself, his crew ain't even with him. So Queen Sugar and them spots him, and they come running down the motherfucking stairs at him. Now in they mind, they thinking they got Beast, cause he by himself and they deep as a motherfucker. So they running up on him thinking they got the upper hand. Man, when I tell you this dude jumped up and pulled out a motherfucking blade about that motherfucking big, looked like that bitch was part of a chain link fence. The end part of it, all the way sharpened into a blade with tape around that motherfucker. Everybody wonder where the fuck he get something like this from. I ain't seen a blade that motherfucking long since I did any prison jokes. And you can see the look on the Queen team face too. They ain't never seen a blade that motherfucking big, cause they pump they motherfucking brakes right fast. It's him by himself with that blade. I bet you they still ain't rush his ass. They got the bag and they motherfucking ass up real quick. And I really wanted to see them do their ass. I wanted to see anybody do their ass before it come down to his crew and my crew. Cause I know ultimately that's what it's gonna come down to. Cause ain't nobody thus far fucking with Beast. He knocking these niggas out left and right. He taking shit. He bullying everything in the prison. Sleep late, lose weight. We go to child, we go to workforce. We in carpool and emotions is running wild. It's like everybody had a bad night. Everybody looking at each other, you know what I'm saying? Got dudes arguing with each other. The dudes that tried to crowd Laco, they looking at us. It's just full-on hostility and workforce this morning. From carpool to detail. Now, everything was boiling, but it was still good until these two dudes decided to go get high together. Man, you out your rabbit-ass mind. John Elway, the truth, nigga. Boy, Joe Montana gonna reach the Hall of Fame way before John Elway. These two dudes, Fresno and Tremel, then got high, and now they arguing about old NFL quarterbacks reaching the Hall of Fame. So this shit going backwards and forward, and they do that for about 3 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. Now they tearing it down, rumbling over. They tearing detail and carpool up because they rumbling from one side to the other. Now we all trying to break this shit up because we don't want the guards to come in. So we go grab them and try to break it up, and we get them a loose. Bow. Yeah, bitch, get on. Now there's two friends that always get high together, and they rumbling harder than enemies. So we tried and tried to break them up until finally the door popped open. What the fuck going on in here? CO Buddy just came in this bitch while they fighting. Now when I tell you just the mere sound of his voice, them niggas stop fighting. You, come here. CO Buddy just called both of their ass out the room and took their ass to the shop. So we do our little wait time and wait till they go up in there good, and then we haul ass over there to the shop. What the fuck is wrong with you animals? Come on, CO Buddy. Shut the fuck. I'm gonna teach you motherfuckers. I can't breathe. You can't breathe. Bring your ass here. Please, CO Buddy. Pick your. He wore their ass off like a fucking slave in that damn room. This dude has a short fuse and anything set CO Buddy off. So we shot back out to carpool in detail and we got back to work, you know, and we never see these guys come back in here. So we thinking CO Buddy then zip-tied their ass and took them to the hole. Wrap it up! So we catch that ride back to the tier, and as soon as we get in there, Everybody stunned. We like, man, these dudes got 9 lives. We see the whole Jukeco clan back together again. I'm like, man, I knew these dudes was a problem from the get-go. You got Big Jukeco, Medium Jukeco, and Baby Jukeco back together again. So while we talking about the Jukeco brothers, we distracted because we see Lil Mexico sitting by himself again. Now, he have a crew, but lately he just been setting off to himself. So we trying to figure out why he ain't kicking it with his crew. But in the middle of that thought, Beast also spots him again, and then Beast start making his way towards Mexico again. I guess he ain't satisfied with what he did Mexico earlier. So Mexico just sitting there, and Beast all in that man's face, you know, pointing his finger all in that man's face and all that. So in the middle of all that, you see Mexico boys just rush Beast. It's about 5 or 6 of them. Boom, boom. They crowding the piss out of Beast, but Beast backing up out of that shit. When I tell you Beast uppercut one of them niggas and damn near lifted him off his feet. Now at this time, Beast Boys done spotted this shit. So Beast Boys run down there, boom, boom, and they stomp Lil Mexico and his crew the fuck out. Now if them boys, Lil Mexico and them would have had weapons, Beast would have been through. Now the fight's still going on at this point, and you can see the Queen team, they look like they inching closer to Beast them. But the fight is wrapping up. Everybody's kind of backing off and falling back. But Queen Sugar and them steady inching up closer like they trying to get involved with this shit. All you see is the Jukeco brothers come flying out they cell, and they run and grab one of the Queen team members and start jugging that motherfucker up. All 3 of them on one person, jugging that motherfucker up. Now everybody breaking and running different ways. The Queen team then broke and ran back upstairs and left them down there with their member, just getting jugged the fuck up. And everybody just watching this shit. So finally, after the Jukeco brothers run back in they cell, the Queen team runs down the stairs in the rush and runs to the back and start beating for the guards. So finally the guard come in, and I think Queen Sugar homeboy name was Popsicle, but I ain't sure. But they see Popsicle laying there, and the guard radio for help, and here come the medics and the assistant warden. Lock them down, 1 hour, restrict their movement. So they go get Popsicle some help, take Popsicle out of there, lock us down. We stay in the cell for an hour. Cell's open. So we come back out the cell, and immediately as I'm making my way back out the cell, I see 2 dudes at the back cell pointing at me, and they close by Baby Charles, and they talking, but they still pointing at me. Now y'all know Baby Charles gonna come tell me whatever them niggas talking about. So Baby Charles kind of takes his time because he don't want to be noticed. So he finally makes his way to me. Man, you got into a fight at Workforce? Shit, whoever them dudes was y'all was fighting at Workforce, that dude Melvin back there, that's their cousin. Now y'all remember me telling y'all whatever happened in prison, that shit spreads like wildfire. Now, Doc in this bitch with me too. We know Lako in another tier. So these niggas just pointing at me. Then Doc was in the fight too, so these niggas just want me. So Baby Charles telling me that these niggas want to catch a one-on-one with me. So as I'm talking to Baby Charles, all my boys is walking up. Now, we just coming back out the cells, so they just now walking up, and I'm explaining to them what's going on and what's popping. So Doc get to saying, hey, let's sit right here on this bench. And if they bought that shit, they gonna come up to us. Now, we just sitting at this bench, and we just waiting. About an hour passed by, they still ain't came up to us. But I can see where they at back there at the back. So I tell Doc, man, let's just go fuck with them. Cause I don't want no nigga sneaking me. I want to get this shit over with. If it's something, let's get this shit out in the opening and let's just handle this shit. So as we walking towards them, they start walking towards us. And we end up meeting halfway, and they just get to popping off this bullshit. Man, niggas say you snuck my cousin at work for us, dawg. I don't do no sneaking, baby. Oh, shit, we just put them things on him. That's what really happened. Well, let's me and you catch a one-on-one right now then. You ain't saying nothing. Let me go get my shoes, boy. So now I'm running to my cell to go get my shoes, and he going to his cell to go get his shoes. And we gonna meet up at the back, and we gonna tear it down. So now we at the back, and we swearing up. He swearing up with me, but he got his set down like this. Oh, that bitch got a lock in his hand. All right, boom, bam, bam. I'm gonna let him get up. I'm good. Boy, you a hoe, man. You ready to get in there and fight that nigga, man? You let that nigga do you like that? I want my dog remix. I'm gonna get that remix. Let's go. So Doc tell that nigga, oh, I got my dog remix. Boom, boom. So I had to slaughter this boy, and Doc got in there and caught my remix, and Doc beat his ass up. When I tell you, that wasn't even a good fight for me. Them boys wasn't near about on our level of experience. Man, we used to box, man. These boys couldn't do nothing with us. I made his friend cop a deuce. He copped out. So the fight wasn't even the important part. It's what happened after. So after the fight happened, the prison is kind of roaring because they just seen 2 fights back to back. And then Beast come up to me. That boy got them hands. Boy, that boy look like Iron Mike. That boy got them hands up in this bitch. Appreciate that, big dog. Hey, you all right, Doc? Come on, man. And we walked the fuck off. And he's still back there. Boy, y'all seen that shit? Boy, that was a good one, boy. And Doc was out of breath right after the fight, so he was kind of kneeling down, looking up at Beast with this stupid look on his face like, man, look at this nigga trying to juice my dog up. But I already know about them games. So me and Doc, we headed back to the first bench. We ain't going no cell. We ain't going nothing. We just posted up at our first bench just talking. And we could see them niggas back there. You could see they don't want no more. I guess they thought we crowded they dog up in workforce, they homeboys or whatever. They must have thought we had to crowd niggas to win a fight. But they learned a valuable lesson that day. Believe that. And now, Beast done took notice of us because you could tell he looking at us all through the day. No matter where we walk, we can feel Beast's eyes following us through the fucking prison. So all that shit kind of calmed down, and then we see Queen Sugar up there almost to his next door neighbor cell. And he arguing with his next door neighbor about some drugs that the next door neighbor had been crediting. And they going backwards and forward. Bitch, I want my money, ho. I need my money today, not tomorrow. I need my money, ho. Shit, you wasn't pulling that tough guy shit on Big Homie down there or Big Beast, but you gonna come at me with all this bullshit. And Beast just down there laughing, enjoying the show. So Queen Sugar looked down at Beast, then look back at old boy. Boom! Boom! Yeah, huh? When I tell you after Queen Sugar hit that motherfucker and the whole Queen team stormed the castle, they all stormed and beat the piss out of old boy. They was up there pounding this motherfucking ass just because you seen Beast and his homeboys whoop their ass, and that's the worst thing you could do in the prison. Talk about somebody getting their ass whooped. And they whooped this boy ass for some time. I'm surprised they didn't violate him. But they whooped his motherfucking ass. So after they stumped his ass off about 1:30, you know what I'm saying, everything kind of went back to natural. You know, everybody walking around politicking, Beast steady cracking them old lame-ass jokes. Everybody around there that he fuck with laughing at him, kissing out of his ass and shit like that. Then I hear, oh, everybody standing in front of my cell hollering, oh, no. So I'm running trying to get to my motherfucking cell to see what's going on, because I was walking around the prison with my dog. Man, when I get in front of my cell, all I see is this shit. I told your fucking ass, youngster, you gonna come back at me again, bitch? You must think I'm a fucking game. Old School was in my cell jugging youngster up because youngster came back at him with some bullshit. I don't really even know what happened. I don't know if youngster tried to get some get back on Old School, but whatever it was, Old School wasn't having it. Old School was giving up every inch of that blade to youngster. Youngster was in that bitch just, sound like a whole fucking female in that motherfucker. Now, at the time, I'm talking to Old School because I kind of like Old School. So I'm like, Old School, man, they knocking at the door for the guards, man. Stop jugging old dude, man, and come the fuck out the cell, Old School. But Old School is like in a whole nother nation. He carried away, biting his fucking lip, losing his mind. So all of a sudden, we see the guards come running up in here. They explain to the guards and they see everybody gathered in front of my cell. So the guards come running down, and when they spot Old School, they say, oh, God! They crack Old School dead in the back of his motherfucking head. When I say his body went limp, his body went limp and he fell on top of the nigga he was jugging and wasn't moving at all. So then they goes and get the medics come in, the warden come in, he lock everybody down, they get dudes some help. Now I'm outside my cell and I gotta wait, so they cuff me up and everything, and I'm just standing outside my cell because this happened inside my cell. So I can't go in my cell like everybody else. I have to wait until they do a thorough investigation, which they know what happened, you know, but I have to wait until they finish. And then I gotta go in my cell and clean up all the blood and shit and throw the mats and all that shit outside the cell. Okay, guys, it's 5:52 a.m. in the morning. And I had to edit this video down several times because it refused to upload. But I would not stop until I get this video up for you guys. It was supposed to be up yesterday, but it was just pending and pending and pending. So, you know, here's another one coming at you.